are watching The Week on Al Jazeera One. Welcome. Police forces across the entire national territory Sunday made a minute of silence in honor of the souls of the martyrs of the massacres of October 17, 1961 in Paris. The stand came in implementation of the decision of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, and it was attended by the Director General of National Security, Farid Bencheikh, the Central Directors, the high officials, the rank and file, and similar employees. The Council of Ministers approved the proposal submitted by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and National Community Abroad, Ramtal Amamrat, to put a green number at the level of embassies and consulates. This is at the disposal of the members of the national community in order to ensure permanent and immediate protection for them and to listen to their concerns in case they are subjected to harassment abroad. This proposal came before the conclusion of the cabinet session, which was chaired by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune. On Sunday, the Council also approved a number of individual decisions related to the appointment and termination of tasks in senior position in the state. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, instructed to review the penal code to impose a maximum sentence of 30 years in prison and life for those involved in the speculation crime. President Tebboune's instructions came during his presidency of the cabinet meeting, where the Minister of Trade, Kamel Razig, ordered to sensitize traders and civil society about the anti-speculation law and explain it to the citizens through the media to distinguish between organized storage for commercial purposes and storage for the purpose of creating scarcity and rising prices. The President stressed the importance of the responsible role of civil society to the media in combating unfair commercial practices. The President of the Republic also ordered the promotion of rational consumption behavior to combat parasites and those who seek to raise prices for the purpose of causing chaos and creating disappear. And on Tuesday, Minister of Health Abdurrahman bin Bouzid said that lifting the quarantine was caused by a decrease in the number of infections with the coronavirus. In the same context, he warned of a fourth wave. The minister said the most difficult wave was the third. Currently, we are calm. Why don't we ask about a fourth wave? Experts fear a fourth wave, which is being monitored between November and December. The minister added, the only solution is vaccination. The number of Algerians who received the 2 vaccines did not reach 5 million. This number is very low. And staying on the health sector, where the Ministry of Pharmaceutical Industry revealed that during the first 5 months of 2021, 37 important medicines were transferred to local production areas with high added value. The outcome of the Joint Sectoral Economic Committee for Pharmaceuticals revealed that since its inauguration last January until May 31, 2021, work has been done to direct investors in the pharmaceutical industry towards value-added materials where 37 imported drugs were transferred to local production, includes direct import substitution as well as the registration of 16 biosimilars. The measures also saved nearly $100 million by producing this kind of medicines only. Minister Ben Mohamed met a working meeting with members of the Joint Sectoral Economic Committee for Medicines. The committee confirmed that during the first 5 months of 2021, 1,377 files were proceeded, of which 1,058 are domestic products and 319 are imported products. Arab Parliament issued 2 statements condemning the attack on Algeria's ancient history, which is an honorable part of the history of the Arab world, especially with its rich cultural heritage of resistance, sacrifice, and struggle for freedom. In the same statement, the Arab Parliament affirmed its support for Algeria's leadership and people against every abuse that affects its identity. He stressed the need to adhere to the international principles rooted in the global conscience regarding respect for the sovereignty of states and non-interference in their internal affairs. He also renewed his support for Algeria's promising democratic path under the leadership of President Abdelmajid Tebboune. On Thursday, the People's National Assembly resumed its work in a public session at 10 o'clock devoted to asking oral questions, according to a statement by the National People's Assembly during this session. 9 questions were programmed distributed as follows: 3 questions directed to the Minister of the Local Interior, Local Authorities and Urban Development, 3 questions to the Minister of Public Works, and 3 questions to the Minister of Health. Public Works Minister Kamal Nasri announced in Algiers the creation of a new booklet of conditions for road construction projects, taking into account the difficult terrains characteristics that characterize the states of the south and the high plateaus. Nasri explained in a public session dedicated to answering oral questions in the National People's Assembly that a new general and model book of conditions has been created in order to ensure the construction of good quality and high quality roads in the southern regions and the high plateaus that are characterized by very difficult terrain. As for the paths that cut through valleys, especially in the state of Elysee in question of the minister, Nasri stressed that these points are taken care of in order to avoid floods, adding that water corridors have also been completed in the intersecting valleys to enable residents to walk in them. Algeria received 1,296,000 doses of the Sinovac vaccine against the coronavirus. A statement from the Chinese embassy in Algeria said, after China provided more than 3,100,000 doses of the Chinese company Sinovac anti-COVID-19 vaccine to Algeria through COVAX, China continues to provide vaccines to Algeria through COVAX, and the total of a new batch is approaching vaccines of 3.6 million doses, stressing that Algeria and China are friends in times of adversity in the past, present and future. The statement pointed out that China has provided Algeria with more than 20 million doses of vaccine, stressing that the state of China will continue solidarity and cooperation with Algeria in combating the pandemic and make its continuous contributions until the Algerian people triumph over the pandemic. Minister of Industry Ahmed Zaghdar met with Turkish Minister of Trade Mohammed Moush on the sidelines of his participation in the Business and Economic Forum Turkey Africa in Istanbul. During this meeting, the two sides reviewed the reality of economic and trade relations between Algeria and Turkey and ways to strengthen them. In this regard, Zaghdar reiterated Algeria's desire to strengthen its economic relations and partnership with Turkey, especially in the industrial aspect. The Minister of Industry also spoke with the Nigerian Minister of Trade, Industry and Investment, Niyi Adebayo. This meeting was an opportunity to discuss ways to enhance partnership, investment and trade between Algeria and Nigeria. For his part, the Nigerian minister praised the depth of brotherly relations proposed in the organization of an economic forum between Algeria and Nigeria in the next few months. And on Friday, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the National Community Abroad, Mtala Mamra, participated in a ministerial meeting of the Peace and Security Council of the African Union, dedicated to discussing the topic of preventing and combating terrorism and violent extremism. This meeting, which took place under the chairmanship of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Mozambique, Franca Mithaniel Mkamu, was recorded the participation of a number of foreign ministers of the 15 member states in the Council. In addition to the African countries affected by the phenomenon of terrorism, especially those belonging to the Sahel and Sahara region, and representatives of the African Union Commission, on this occasion, the minister gave La Mamra a presentation of the evolution of the terrorist threat on the continental scene in terms of its geographical extension and the growing danger to African people. He affirmed Algeria's commitment as coordinator of the African Union in this field by continuing its efforts to enable the countries of the continent to respond effectively to the challenges posed by this transitional scourge. He reminded Amamra of the initiative of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, to present a new vision through a set of proposals aiming to strengthen the collective efforts of African countries and the mechanisms of the Continental Organization in the fight against terrorism. He also expressed Algeria's readiness to host a ministerial meeting of African Union countries with the aim of developing a new African action plan that frames joint African action in preventing and combating terrorism and violent extremism. We achieved the end of this number. Thanks for watching.